Hey guys.
Hey Ben.
Hey Ben.
All right.
Good.
And you. What's going on?
How's it feel to be back? And now you're in episode 5, right?
This is episode 5 of the 10. Feels good. Feels good. We've got a good kind of made good progress. We've got a good batch of steam underneath our wings right now, and we're rocking and rolling. So it feels very, very good.
What are some of the changes with Ben that we can see? That fans can expect this season. He's growing, right?
He's going to wrap up his probationary period by the end of the season. So he's still a probie, but his relationship with John is more peer-to-peer than sort of mentor-mentee. Although obviously not completely even, because John calls the shots at the end of the day and has to approve of Ben moving on to becoming a full-fledged officer. So it's just a little bit more. They know each other better. They've ridden around. They have a history. John trusts Ben a little bit more. Ben has obviously proved himself, I would argue, time and time again. Certainly enough, although he still makes mistakes.
How's that dynamic changed with you and Michael working together? As far as the characters have changed, does it make it sort of easier?
Yeah, I mean, Michael and I have a really good relationship. We've always had a really good relationship, and we get along, see eye to eye on an enormous amount of stuff. And so that actually frees you up to play the more aggressive notes that we might be playing this season between the two as the relationship, I don't want to say falls apart, but it transforms into a whole other thing. Because John is obviously addicted to pain medication, has a big back problem, has a lot of issues that he's really not dealing with, and Ben is kind of forced to deal with them ultimately towards the end of the season, take matters into his own hands, and so the roles kind of reverse. And in order to have the depth of that relationship, I think it's good that Michael and I are such friends, because we don't have to. We can be pretty honest and blunt with each other, and we can ask things of each other for scenes. So, would you mind if you did this or that? Or we work cooperatively and collaboratively, and it works pretty well. That again, it's always about on the show. It's always about sort of dealing with uncomfortable truth, and the kind of what John told me last year. Or was it the first year? I can't even remember. There's no black and white. We live in the gray. That's kind of what this show is about. The gray of what's right, what's wrong, what's not always clear, and certainly not always what is done is what's right. We sort of live in a world of moral ambiguity, and that's what policing in LA is like in the 21st century, and that's kind of what living in the world is like in the 21st century. So that's kind of what we're trying to get across, both on the job and in the personal lives of these officers.
From the episodes you've shot and the scripts that you've read, do you feel the difference from the writing, that it's TNT, made for TNT, and that sort of the reins of network and NBC are kind of off? Is it more freedom as an actor?
Yeah, there's plenty of freedom for us. We have really great producers. We've never had any issues with being free on the set. They've always encouraged us to take what's written and to take that as a jumping off point and use it, but also feel free to add in certain things, or at least discuss with the director on set any ideas we have about whether they're extra lines or lines we take out or beats that we add in emotionally, character-wise. So that's always been there. What I noticed most about the change to TNT is that I think content-wise, the sort of the moral ambiguity of what we're showing, which ends up being the harder edge stuff, there's no problem. As far as I can tell, TNT has no problem with us showing it. I think they embrace that. They get that without the harder stuff. And what I mean by that is not just dead bodies or women who have been raped or all these terrible crimes that occur that are shown on shows like Law and Order or whatever. But that we actually get into, we don't tie them up necessarily. We don't resolve those cases in a nice bow at the end of the episode. And it's not the evil bad guy who, that guy with the mustache in Act 1. It was him. Not no offense. Sorry. It's like
it's not procedural. It's
and it's not providing easy answers of there's bad guys and there's good guys. And we gotta catch the bad guys. It's no, often, sometimes, but often, it's not the guy you think did it, or he did it for a different reason, or it's just uncomfortable, and that's kind of what we're showing, and it's kind of what we're trying to show is it's a hazy world out there. People do things for strange reasons. We're left feeling uncomfortable with it.
Has playing this role changed the way you look at sort of law enforcement and crime and sort of the world in general?
A little bit.
Do you feel like you have more insight to sort of...
I don't know that I have more insight, but I feel less... I feel like I've been pulled out of my bubble a little bit, I think. It's very easy. It's really easy for almost all of us who don't deal with kind of life and death situations like cops do on a daily basis to kind of be a little bit just removed from them. And not that I'm actually a cop, but even just being around cops, real cops, and hearing their stories and portraying them on TV, we do at least get exposed to more of just the darker side of humanity, and it's interesting.
It's really helpful having all the police officers. I mean, we were told that a lot of them are extras off TV and stuff like that.
That guy right there, the he used to not have any hair. He's growing out. Telling him it looks like shit. That's Bob Deemer. He works there. I'm talking about you, Bob. Oh God, don't get in there. You'll never love him to death, but he will never show. He used to work out of Newton Division. I don't know where he works at now. He still works at a Newton Division. But he's over there. We got probably got a dozen guys right now just in that other room that are all off duty, either patrol officers or detectives. And that's great. I mean, they love coming here and being a part of it. And we love having them, having a camaraderie, and having somebody tell you, hey, actually, you should button it this way, or you should, you wouldn't say this, you'd say that. Kind of constantly checking us, so it's useful.
Is there anything you're most proud of that you've done already this season?
I really like episode 3, the episode that deals with my mom, and I think it's a chance to show, we've been talking about it endlessly on the show, but finally get to the core of what happened and show how Ben is a lot more fragile than the character Ben. It's a lot more fragile than he lets on, Cassie.
Sorry.
He's a lot more. He puts up a wall, and he's put up a wall pretty much his entire life due to what happened or what he thought happened. And when you see that wall crumble, I think it's a pretty. I hope it's a very good episode. I think so. It felt good when we were shooting it. So.
Has anybody pulled any spectacular stunts yet this season?
Well, we just got nominated for...
no, I mean pranks.
Stunt.
But yeah, it's great you guys were nominated for the stuntman.
You mean
I'm talking pranks on the set.
Pranks.
We've heard that.
No, I don't... nothing that I can talk about. No. We've been going so fast that we really almost don't have time to mess with each other. I'm afraid I don't have any stories there. Did Regina have any?
No, we've heard some unofficially from Michael, but...
Okay.
What have the locations been like that because you guys shoot in downtown, and all that? Have there been any sort of crazy locations?
God, I'm trying to think. We've been the first episode we were on Hollywood Boulevard, right in the middle of Hollywood, with this big shootout. You guys have seen episode 1, right?
I have,
yeah. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So we're right in the middle of everything around the Walk of Fame, and you're firing your Glock across Dick Van Dyke Square or whatever, whoever it is. Ryan Seacrest Square. Really gives you that gravitas that you've always been looking for. It's fun to be right in the middle of it, particularly if I don't live too far from there, so a place that I've been a lot. And you're firing weapons across a crowded intersection. Secure intersection, but it's just fun. It's definitely reminds you of being 12 years old and playing cops and robbers and showing off for your friends.
Did you go back and train to start this new season? Was there
this season? We've already done a bit. So this season was pretty minimal. It was just we went to the range, we fired the weapons again, and did a lot of handcuffing drills.
Would you say that the smoothly handcuffing, is actually the hardest?
It's the hardest.
Police thing to do. You agree?
Absolutely, yeah. A gun is pretty straightforward, particularly because you're not actually firing real bullets, obviously. So just hold it nice and tight and aim and really look what you're doing and pull the trigger. Handcuffing, tricky. It just doesn't come out as smoothly as you think. They always have to save you in editing. They can always just sort of cut the next shot.
Cut around. Yeah. If you fumble with it, then exactly.
But I am getting better. I think we're all getting better at it. It just takes practice.
Do you ever see yourself getting online, Facebook or Twitter or anything? I know everybody keeps begging you, but do you ever really see yourself doing that?
No.
Good for you.
I don't know, maybe, but no, not now. I don't know. I'm sure at some point, maybe, but I don't have any particular. I don't know what would do it for me. If there's a way to monetize it, if there's a way to I would absolutely do it.
I'm sure if there was a way to do that, Ashton Kutcher would have figured it out by now.
Has he not?
I don't think he makes money off it.
I don't think he makes any money off of it now.
Why does he do it then? Because he likes it.
Ego?
Right. Well, that would be a good reason for me to do it.
I noticed on your badge you have the cross, the black cross. Is
Yeah.
there a slain officer this season?
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing else.
Nothing else.
But by
That's
episode
all.
5, someone has gone.
Yeah. Yep. And it's me.
Thank God.
Oh, you're a ghost. The ghost badge.
Yes.
Yeah.
A
Okay.
ghost bed.
Very
Yes.
cool.
Yes, it's a ghost whisperer time. Yeah. Anything else? You guys good?
Good. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks so much, man.
Absolutely.